So you understand just how important our dreams are and the immense value that we can gain by working with them, but there's just one problem. You can't remember any dreams. So whether or not you're just going through a temporary dream drought or you haven't remembered dreams in years, this video will get you right back on track to start dreaming again ASAP. Hello dreamers, my name's Lisa and I'm the Dreamwork coach. I recently went through a little dream drought. About a week went by where all I could remember were just tiny fragments of my dreams, if anything. And as an avid dreamer and a dream worker, it makes me so sad when I can't remember my dreams. So I decided to take my own advice and decided it would actually be a very teachable moment if I could break my own dream drought, and I did. So without further ado, here are 5 tried and true tips that I just used to break my dream drought, and they should work for you too. Tip number 1 for breaking your dream drought is to de-stress. That is, if you are stressed. If you aren't feeling any stress whatsoever, congratulations. If you aren't feeling any stress, just take this as a tip to get back in tune with yourself. If you are feeling stressed, which I think was my case, like I had a lot on my plate and I was trying to juggle a lot of different things. I have a lot of different things going on right now. And I think it was affecting my dreams. And then add on top of that I love my dreams so much. They are my de-stressor. Like I go to bed and I dream, I wake up and I feel much better. Just having that, time away in the dream world. So not having that, I think, was adding even more stress to my whole situation, which was a snowball effect, which made me also just remember less dreams. So try to de-stress. For me, I just had to slow down. I had to give myself a break. No phone, no working, no overthinking things. I even tried a breathwork video that a friend sent me, and it did help. It did help me kind of like come back to the moment and just kind of relax and get back in touch with myself. And so this de-stressing paired with the other tips in this video really did work. Like I did get my dreams back this way. So try some meditation or breath work or go for a walk or take a nap, like whatever works for you, whatever it takes to like get back to that authentic part of yourself. Because it seems like when we tap back into that, our dreams, like we become more connected to our dreams as well. So tip number 2 for breaking a dream drought is to play games with the universe. This is something that I think ultimately is what was the tipping point for getting my dreams back, paired with the other tips in this video. But this is the big one. And I didn't even try. This just like the universe started playing games with me. And that was enough for me to remember like, oh yeah, like life's a dream, like once you start kind of feeling more like that and looking for the synchronicities and symbols in this reality, our dreams start perking back up too. It's just kind of getting back in touch with that same source of dreams, whether it's while we're awake or while we're asleep. So if you're having a hard time remembering your night dreams, try having some daydreams. Try playing with the universe. So for me, the universe started playing with me in this way where I found 2 pennies in 2 very weird places, right back to back. Like once was in the evening and then the very next day. And to put a tiny bit of perspective on this, as soon as I saw the first one, I was like, oh, it's a penny from Grandma. Thanks, Grandma. Because when my grandma passed away, my cousin said she would always find piles of change everywhere. And she would attribute that to our grandma, like leaving her signs, that she's not gone, she's still here. So it just kind of became this thing that whenever we find change, especially pennies, we say it's grandma. So I was on this archaeological survey. I'm an archaeologist. And I was covered up to my neck in poison ivy. So when I came home, I had to get out of those poison ivy clothes like immediately. I'm home and I just run straight to the basement and take off my poison ivy clothes and throw them immediately straight into the washer. First, I took my pants and I like shook them upside down to get all the dirt and crap out of them. And I take a shower, come back to move the clothes into the dryer. And in the bottom of this washer, there's this shiny penny. And I have no idea how it got in there. No idea. I haven't been around change. Like, I use my debit card for everything. I don't use cash money. I don't even know the last time I've seen a penny, period. Let alone, why would it be in my field clothes? I have no idea. There's no way this penny could have gotten in there, right? That's the point. I'm all excited. And I'm like, I'm gonna put this penny under my pillow and sleep with it there. Cause I don't know, because I'm just like that. I do stuff like that. And I'm thinking my universe penny from grandma is gonna help me bring my dreams back. So I slept on the penny and I had some pretty wild dreams that night. So my dreams were back, right? And then the next day, I'm back at this archaeology survey, and the second hole that I dug, I found a penny in it. And I was an archaeologist for over 7 years. Never did I ever find change in any hole, ever. So finding a penny in a hole, like in my screen as I'm sifting my screen, looking for stuff, was like, holy crap, it's another grandma penny. So that is the universe playing games with me. Like, it perked up my intrigue and my sense of wonder, and it just helped my dreams come flooding back. And that was about a week ago, and I haven't had any trouble having dreams and remembering my dreams since then. So thanks, Grandma, for the universe pennies. So I actually told my parents about all these pennies that I was finding, and they said that my grandma actually really loved archaeology. So it's kind of funny, like, I like to think that she was just, coming around on my dig to be like, this is really cool that you're doing this again, because it's been a while since I was on a dig of any kind. And I told the same story to a Dreamworker friend of mine who said, perhaps my grandma's trying to give me her 2 cents about something. Which, yeah, I love wordplay, and that is a total possibility too. Either way, I love it, and since I tapped back into that sense of wonder and magic from the universe, my dreams have been back full force. So tip number 3 for breaking a dream drought is to give yourself some dream fuel. It helps me to read about dreams when I'm in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, and it also helps to set an intention to remember your dreams. Like, just think about that before you go to bed. Like, just think, I'm gonna remember my dreams tonight. And just setting that intention and then like reading about dreams, like all of this is priming your brain to remember your dreams. It doesn't hurt to have a bedtime routine and stick with that too. So basically just relax and treat yourself well, get comfortable, do your little bedtime routine, go to bed, and then read about dreams and start giving yourself all of that dream fuel so that dreams are fresh on your brain when you're going to sleep, and then you just set that intention to remember them. Priming our brains for what we want to experience is key here. It's actually key for a lot of things. That can be applied to a lot of things even in your waking life. But it's especially helpful when you are getting ready to go to bed, to prime yourself. Give yourself dream fuel. Read about dreams. Set intentions to dream. So these last 2 tips for how to break a dream drought have to do with that moment right when you're waking up. So tip number 4 for breaking a dream drought is to lay still when you wake up and try to just let everything come back to you. If you're only remembering fragments and you're having a hard time remembering anything, try changing your sleep position. Like, roll over on your side, or however you might normally sleep. I sleep in a lot of different positions. So when I'm having a hard time remembering my dreams in the morning, I'll lay in all of them. And a lot of times different memories from different dreams will start coming back that way. I have no idea why this works. It might have something to do with muscle memory, I'm not sure, but it really does work. So it can't hurt to give it a shot. If you're really intent on remembering your dreams and bringing your dreams back, try this. When you wake up, like if you're just remembering a fragment, focus on that and turn around and change your sleeping position and just see what happens. And then tip number 5 for breaking a dream drought is to work with anything at all that you remember when you wake up. So whether it be a song or a color or an odd looking dream character or a feeling or a phrase, whatever it is, just work with that. Record it in your dream journal. I find that just even the simple act of starting to write my dreams out helps me remember more. Again, I don't know why that is, but it's just something, maybe I've primed myself to do this throughout all of the years I've been working with dreams, but just the act of writing out my dream, it just helps more come back. As soon as I write one part, I'm like, oh my God, there's more coming. And then if it comes flooding back too fast, try the bullet point thing. Like just bullet point everything you can possibly remember and then go back and write it out in full. So on a side note, for me, it's easier to start at the end of my dream, like what I remember just happened, and work my way back in my, as I'm writing my dream down. So this is why I bullet point my dreams, so that they don't have to be in order. I can just jot down anything I remember. I don't have to be concerned about, well, did this happen before that or whatever? Just bullet point it. And then as soon as you have bullet pointed everything, then go in and write it out, put it in order and all of that. And when I'm writing it out and putting it in order and all of that, that's when I tend to start picking up other memories for some reason. So dream journaling is key here. Write down anything at all, any fragments of anything at all, even if it's just a feeling, at least write that down. And if you only remember fragments, it's okay. It's something. I find that sometimes when I'm only remembering fragments, it's because that's the only part I'm supposed to remember. It could be the most important part of the dream. So it may be that your dreams are just saying, no, this is the only thing you need to remember is this part. This is the part that's the most important. So treat everything as if it's a full-blown dream, and more of the dream could start coming back to you. And just the simple act of keeping a journal, writing your dreams down, setting intentions to remember dreams. If you do this consistently, your dreams really should start coming back. If you haven't had a dream since you were a little kid, let's say when you were 10 years old, and you just never remember anything at all since then, there could be more going on here than just a simple dream drought. Sometimes pieces of ourselves go away when something bad happens. So if there was a time in your life when your last dream, I keep hitting this, that your last dream was when you were 13 years old, try to think about what happened to you when you were 13. Did your parents get divorced? Was something at all traumatic going on in your life? If so, that might actually be where you need to start. There could be something that is called soul loss going on here, where you have to just go back and tap into that part of yourself and do something kind for that part of yourself so it knows it's safe to come back home. And that is a whole different level here. So one day I will get into that. But for now, I'm just talking about, a normal dream drought where there's nothing deep and emotional going on here. So anyway, the point before I went off on that tangent was to remember your fragments, write your fragments down, and treat them with the same respect as you would a full-blown dream. And you may even notice once you start doing this, playing games with the universe during the day, working with your dreams at night, no matter how fragmented they might be, that everything starts opening up for you. So there you have it. Those were 5 tips that I just used to break my own dream drought. What works for you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe and share it with your friends. And until next time, happy dreaming. Do you want to talk about dream recall? What can you tell me about remembering your dreams? What do you dream about, Marty?